Be associated with a Papa God somewhere. Every time she stands, you can say, Papa God, sit down. We can't be doing that in this house.
Thank you.
We can't be doing that in this house.
Thank you.
Nkhani imene idachitika dzulo mnyumba ya malamulo yokhuzana ndi a Moses Kunkuyu zimene ananenedwa mnyumbayi aziyankha lero kucha kwa lero mnyumba imeneyi. Kodi zinakhala bwanji kuti a Moses Kunkuyu afike potere?
Malawi Today.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Black box, keep quiet.
Mongo kumbusana dzulo olemekezeka a Whiskers amene ndi Chief Whip kumbali ya boma ananena a Moses Kunkuyu kuti iwe black box takhala chete. Ndipo nkhani imene idausa mapokoso mnyumbayi mpaka na nyumba imene idathera pompo sizinapitirire zokambirana zake. Nde lero mmene kwacha Moses Kunkuyu anayikumbusa nkhaniyo ndipo adapempha mayi Whiskers kuti apepese kupandapo nkhani imene isayisira pompo. Nde nkhani imene yausanso mapokoso kucha kwa lero kuti mnyumba imene munalibenso bata chifukwa cha nkhani yomweyi. Kodi zinakhala bwanji ndipo umu ndi mmene zidaliri.
Request for a point of order. You have just done the right thing. Okay. That's how we request for a point of order. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for the opportunity granted to the Zamrunduni to rise on a point of order. First Deputy Speaker, yesterday, this House adjourned under some hazy circumstances. First Deputy Speaker, the whip on the government side did call someone on this side a name that does not appear in the records of this House as identifying any member of this House. First Deputy Speaker, it is against the orders of this House that any member of this House can be called a name that does not exist in the records. I would therefore want to request, in a very peaceful manner, that the honorable member does withdraw that name. I am saying this because I am still in a very peaceful manner. If it is withdrawn, the matter ends right there. If it is not withdrawn, the matter will be escalated. So for now, Speaker, it is my request, my humble plea, that the honorable member, it's a very humble one.
Honorable Whip, thank you very much. I've heard you. Honorable Whip, you cannot be requesting for someone to make a withdrawal and then end up threatening my position to say this issue will escalate, like escalate going where? Honorable Whip.
All right, Speaker.
You are part of the leadership. You are part of the leadership, and at every point I expect your office to protect the office of the Speaker and the presiding officer. Because if this House escalates, I don't know where will the presiding officer be seated when you choose to be escalating. So please,
okay.
We pray you don't have to escalate things.
Speaker,
can you strictly sit on your point of order, please? Thank you.
All right, Speaker, it was a humble request to your office that the honorable member does withdraw that and that it be scrapped off from the Hansards. We are a house of decorum, and the same business committee that you have referred to, I sit with the honorable member. We cannot come in this house just because there are rumors associated with certain individuals, then we start calling them by those rumors. If someone is rumored to be a thief, we can't be saying, thief, sit down. If someone is rumored to have demanded 1.9 billion waja from a fertilizer company, we can't come here and say 1.9 billion waja, sit down. If someone is rumored to be associated with a Papa God somewhere, every time she stands, we can say, Papa God, sit down. We can't be doing that in this house.
Thank you.
We can't be doing that in this house.
Thank you. Honorable Whip, please resume your seat. Honorable Whip, you have made an allegation which the presiding officer this morning is not aware of. And I was not presiding the House. I am actually following up to get a report from the table office of what happened. And but because you've come with the word that a peaceful withdrawal, and you're talking about a chief whip on the government side, I think the two of you are all whips, chief whip from the government side, and the whip on the opposition side. It is up to, I actually wanted to give you an opportunity to interface while we continue with business, but the whip seated on the other side is in the House. I don't know if she's willing to withdraw what she said, but I will not be making any ruling. But if she is willing to rise to withdraw, if it was put on record. Leader, you have the floor. Leader, you have the floor.
Then what is the issue?
First, Deputy Speaker. First.
In your power, anybody?
First, Deputy Speaker, when we walked into this House, and I did appeal on Tuesday, we have very limited, meetings in this country. And it is important that every minute that we sit in this House must be used productively. Now we have used 21 minutes of taxpayers' money paid for, discussing nothing. It doesn't please me at the head of this House at all. Let us move to serious business. These petty issues can be dealt with through other means, but certainly not in this House. Let us tackle business that affects Malawians. I submit.
Thank you, Leader. Honor members, we will hold on to that point of order.
Pambuyo pa zonsezi zochitika zonsezi zimene anthu amakanganazi panayambika zokambirana zenizeni zimene zimafunika kuti zikambidwe lero mnyumbayi. Kwambiri mnyumbayi inayamba ndi kuunika mafunso amene aphungu osiyanasiyana anali nawo maka opita kwa nduna ya zamaphunziro. Mukuziwa bwino kuti mafizi akwera ku university, komanso anthu ena ali ndi ma project amene akufunika kuti achitike ma constituency awo okhuzana ndi zamaphunziro. Ndi aphungu amenewa kwambiri anamanga nthenje pakukwera kwa mafizi ku ma universities. Nduna ya zamaphunziro inayankha zinthu zonsezi. Kodi zinali bwanji mnyumba imeneyi? Tiye timvere zomwe zikuchitika mdziko lathu, komanso kuti aphungu athu akukambirana zotani.
First Deputy Speaker, good morning. Thank you very much for allowing the people of Mzimba West to confirm the question that appears on today's order paper. First Deputy Speaker, let me confirm that indeed question 128 appearing on the order paper is coming from the people of Mzimba West, including Senior Chiefs Mtwalo, Senior Chief Mperembe, and the Inkosanas. First Deputy Speaker, allow me to state that the CDSS named Kalanga on the list was being constructed with support from the American government and was abandoned midway. However, it was opened for a week. I don't know under what circumstances it was, and then soon after it was closed. First Deputy Speaker, this is not a peculiar story to Kalanga. Within my constituency, we also have Kuyu CDSS, which faced similar circumstances. I therefore
Honorable member
confirm. Thank you.
Honorable member from Zimba West, next time you would like to speak to your question like that, use a different standing order, not question to ministers for all reply. Use 69, 14, whatsoever standing order to raise such an issue that requires you to quantify your question. Next time you rise on similar question, please just confirm the question to say it's coming from the senior chief in Twalo and resume your seat. Thank you very much. Thank you. Honourable Minister of Education, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. The opportunity to respond to the question from the Honourable Member from Mzimba West. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let me also thank the Honourable Member for Mzimba West for his question, which has two strands. The first strand is to ask the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology as to when Kalanga CDSS will open. And the second strand is to ask the progress on upgrading Mperembe CDSS. During the confirmation of his question, he raised the question of Kuyu CDSS, but Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker, as you have rightly pointed out, I shall not address this issue until he submits in the requisite format. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, Kalanga CDSS is one of the community-day secondary schools which was being constructed under the Secondary Education Expansion for Development SEED project, which was being financed by the US government through USAID. However, as the House will recall, construction of these secondary schools was halted after the US directive to suspend all USAID funded activities across the world, including Malawi. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, my ministry carried out an assessment of the uncompleted works at Kalanga CDSS in July 2025. Allow me to inform the Honourable Member that the overall physical progress of works ranged between 60 and 82%, with a good number of facilities at this school at their finished stage. In addition, a good number of construction materials such as iron sheets, trusses, window frames, and many others were already procured, and some are available on site, while others are in the Ministry of Education warehouse. Mr. Speaker, sir, taking advantage of the progress made and the available construction materials available, I urge the Honourable Member to lobby Mzimba North District Council to consider including the completion of the project in their current budget using CDF, as my ministry continues to engage other development partners for more support. Strand number 2, progress on upgrading Mperembe Community Day Secondary School. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, let me begin by reiterating that one of my ministry's key strategies is to increase access to secondary education through the expansion of existing schools, especially community day secondary schools. This is why a number of schools across the country including Mperembe, are currently undergoing expansion. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, allow me at this juncture to inform the August House that Mperembe CDSS is being expanded under the Improving Secondary Education in Malawi project, ISEM2, which is being supported by the European Union. The scope of works includes the construction of a twin classroom block, a technical vocational wing, a technical drawing workshop, as well as the installation of a high-efficiency submersible water pump. Construction commenced 7 months ago, and they are expected to be completed in 5 months' time, all things being equal. The current overall physical progress is at 22%. This, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, suggests that there is slow progress in the construction, which is partly due to delay in the commencement of the project after the commencement date, and also the onset of the rains within the same period. However, let me assure the honourable member that my ministry will do all it can to ensure that the project is completed within the stipulated time without compromising on quality and without compromising on standards. I thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. I see supplementary questions from Mchinji South, Mzuzu City South, and Mzimba North. But before that, there's a point of order from Lilongwe Nyanja. Lilongwe Nyanja, you have the floor for 1 minute for a point of order. What has gone out of order?
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. Earlier on, I didn't wanted to stand on a point of order, but I feel if I can be given a supplementary, it will stand because it's in the same line. So it's entirely up to you to consider me on that one. Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker.
I didn't hear what you are requesting. What are you suggesting?
Your Honor, the First Deputy Speaker, is it in order that we can proceed with the deliberations today without having proper guidance in relation to the doctor who has been killed in Blantyre? At least if we can have a commitment from the Minister of Health and the Minister of Homeland Security so that such things are addressed. That said, Your Honor, the First Deputy Speaker, I would like to request the Minister of Education to ask the Minister of Education to explain clearly, because it is expected that once you're done with the secondary school, community day secondary school, you are supposed to proceed to the university. Looking at the increase in fees at the university, is there going to be a time where the Minister of Education is going to present a paper to the House in justifying what has necessitated the increase of the school fees by 100%? That is going to cushion the people in the community secondary schools.
Thank you. Thank you. Honourable member, please switch off your microphone. I think point of orders are supposed to address issues very immediate to the House that are on the floor. The two issues that you've raised are very important issues of this House, and you can use our own standing orders to raise those issues, and your Speaker is promising you to attend to them today so that we can get some feedback from government. So let's not abuse the privilege of having point of orders in the House. I therefore rule. I already recognize the honour member from Mchinji South, followed by Mzuzu City South, and then Mzimba North. Is it Northwest? Northeast. We'll start with Mchinji South for a supplementary question.
Good morning, First Deputy Speaker. Actually, you've already ruled out of order the member from Lilongwe Nyanja on the issue that I was supposed to sign on. But I still want to speak on the same issue because even though you've actually ruled it out of order, but it's a pertinent issue of the fees in the public universities. We are privileged today that we have the Minister of Education in the House. Through his ministry, they have revised the university fees by 100%. This is punitive and retrogressive. So even though you've actually ruled already that we need to stand on a different standing order, I still feel that it is important for me as a representative, representing those people in the villages, to stand and speak on the same issue. We are standing here to ask the Minister of Education to rescind the decision of raising the fees by 100%. This is a retrogressive. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Honourable Member, switch off your microphone. Thank you very much. Honourable Member, you knew you needed to raise this issue a couple of days back. My office, the office of the Right Honourable Speaker, has not received any question coming from your directions on the same issue. So you cannot raise on a supplementary question because the Honourable Minister is responding to Mperembe Community Day Secondary School. And a question on Mperembe cannot relate to a question that you have just raised. So I will not consider you as a supplementary question. Then we'll go to Mzuzu City South. Is it a point of order? So City South, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, for allowing people of Mzuzu City Southeast, under the leadership of T.A. Tula, GVH Goamo, Kamshibazi, Kafwekula, Shapahola, Mwapoka, to ask a supplementary question to Honorable Minister of Education. Honorable Minister, people of Mzuzu City Southeast, we really much appreciate for the good job you are doing. And for that case, we want to ask, and if you can consider people of Mzuzu City Southeast to construct a secondary school within the community of people of Kaboko, Kantete. Since this area before was Katabe West, and now it has been demarcated and relocated to Mzuzu City Southeast. So students from that area cover the distance over others, maybe 10 to 15 kilometers to access secondary school. So if Honorable Minister of Education can consider us with this, actually with full necessary facility like laboratory, library, girls' hostels, and teachers' house, people of Mzuzu City Southeast, we can really appreciate for this. Thank you, right, First Deputy Speaker, sir, for allowing us to supplement.
Thank you. Thank you. Honourable Minister, should we take all the questions? Okay, then I recognized already the Honourable Member from Zimba Northeast. And then the third one will be the owner of the question. Seems to be rising on a point of order. He might need to add something. So, Honourable Member from Zimba Northeast, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for according the people of Mzimba North an opportunity to ask a supplementary question to the Honorable Minister of Education. I just wanted to confirm with the Honorable Minister of Education that last time I asked on Ndongoleni CDSS, which is in the same situation as the Mzimba West situation, where the secondary school was being constructed by the American government and construction had stopped. Materials were already delivered on site. When we presented the question last time, the Honorable Minister did respond that we have to take these projects to the Constituency Development Fund. And indeed, I did that with my people, submitted that project to the District Assembly, but the District Assembly has come back to us to say that they cannot do anything on the project because the project has not yet been handed over to local government. So as we are talking, they've removed it on the list of projects to be done under CDF, and yet for us as a constituency, that was the #1 priority project, because we lose a lot of young students when they're going from Ndongoleni to Ekwendeni CDSS. So I just wanted to confirm with the Honorable Minister if the process of handing over these secondary schools to the local government has been done, because the assemblies are refusing to take these projects under CDF. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Let's go back to Mzimba West.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, and let me thank the Honourable Minister for the response. Let me join Mzimba North, indeed, because we belong to the same council. So my rising was to point out exactly the same problem. Maybe in liaison with the Ministry of Local Government, we might need to be enlightened on what is supposed to happen. This is in line also with what I raised yesterday on an ongoing project in health, which again we've been informed that it cannot qualify. So pretty much the same question: when is the handover, or has it now been completed, that we might wish to go back to it as it was our priority. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable Minister, if you hear the House properly, it seems like the Constituency Development Fund guidelines, specifically in Mzimba, is refusing projects that have been mentioned. One from Mzimba West, the CDSS, and the other one from Mzimba Northeast. So possibly you might need to make some clarification on these observations, because they simply, if it's not the case, they will be affecting a lot of honor members of this House. Thank you. Honour Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. And because of the guidance that you have just given, permit me to start responding to the last two supplementary questions, and to indicate to the Honourable Member for Mzimba Northeast and to the Honourable Member for Mzimba West and to the entire House that when the US government withdrew support from these secondary schools, there was no immediate budgetary allocation to the ministry headquarters for the completion of these secondary schools. We will therefore, in consultation with the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Local Government, write to the councils to include the completion of all of these secondary schools within the budget of the CDF, subject to what the Minister of Finance will guide. So, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I think this question affects most of the members in the House. I would like to assure honorable members, that this decision will be made within the week and that these councils will be communicated accordingly. Now, that means that I have responded to the two questions. Let me proceed to respond to Mzuzu City South. To assure the honorable member that we will make an assessment on the need of a community day secondary school at the location that he has mentioned, which was initially part of Nkatabe district. We will make an assessment to ensure that all the requirements for the establishment of a secondary school have been met. And if that is the case, we will certainly build a secondary school in the area, knowing that the standard is that no child should walk for more than 5 kilometers to go to a secondary school. And therefore, honorable member, be assured of our support. Let me also add that when we are constructing a secondary school these days, whether it is community day or what you call a conventional secondary school, there isn't significant difference in the facilities we provide. There must be a laboratory there, there must be a library there must be a hall there, and all the facilities necessary for learning. Therefore, this school which you are requesting, if it shall be found to be necessary, it will be a complete secondary school with all the amenities required for teaching and learning. But, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, allow me to confirm to the House that there is a statement now ready to be delivered to this House tomorrow or on Monday, depending upon the order paper for the Ministry of Education, to confirm to this House that no child that is needy will be left behind. As the Honorable Minister, as the Honorable House would remember, yesterday the Loans Board issued a statement confirming that all needy children, their allocation will be multiplied by 2 in view of the change in the fees. So I'll be issuing a statement to make sure that no child lacks fees as a result of the adjustment. This adjustment has been necessitated by the need for us to continue to run the universities without compromising on education, and therefore our contribution to education. So, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, we will be issuing a statement to the House, and I would like all members to be patient and wait for that statement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister, for that assurance. We will be waiting for that, and it responds to a lot of supplementary questions that have been raised so far. I see the Honourable Member for Lilongwe Likuni. What has gone out of order?
Wamisala nao na nkondo.
Honourable Member, the decorum of this House, when I switch to your microphone, the decorum of this House requires us to show Malawians that we are serious leaders. We can differ in how we think, but we should show Malawians that we are here to serve them better. Words like Wamisala nao na nkondo, you can choose to use them elsewhere. Not here, Honourable Member. Please switch on your microphone again so I can give you the floor for the point of order. Thank you.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the great people of Lilongwe Likuni constituency, TM Badalika. Specifically, they voted for me to be here to represent them, and I'm here to represent them, the ghetto president. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, it is not in order for the...
Honourable member, the question should be, is it
that in order? Is it that in order? Yes. Is it that in order for the Honourable Minister to proceed with the business while I posed some questions to say, Kwampingu CDSS, we're still running Popanda Mpanda, and children, they are sitting under the tree as I'm speaking. Maliri CDSS were still doing the same. Why are they not attending to us? And if the minister say that he will write to this council, there are procedures. We have VDC, we have ADC, CDC. If he writes, who is going to approve that? Because we have projects that we have approved already. So who is going to approve that? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honourable member, you have raised a point of order to me, and my response is the Honourable Minister of Education has highlighted that is going to be writing the councils to look into the issues of the projects being said. He did not say he's going to be constructing fences for all the community-day secondary schools, if I quoted him well, but wait for his statement. It might include some of those issues you are raising, and that statement will be coming to the... We go to question number 135. The Honourable Member for Karonga Lufenia. Karonga Lufenia, you have the floor. Karonga Lufenia.
Thank you, Right Honourable Deputy Speaker. Right Honourable Deputy Speaker, I rise to confirm that question 135 under my name is indeed coming from the people of Karonga Lufiria, more especially T.A. Kilupula, Senior GVH Mwenewisi, Senior GVH Maulambo, and Greta. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. And through you, allow me to respond to the Honourable Member for Karonga Rufiria, who is asking the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology whether the ministry can provide laboratory equipment and library books to Wilori Community Day Secondary School. Additionally, the Honourable Member adds that girls at the school hostel sleep on locally made mats, and asking the ministry to consider providing beds and mattresses. And in his compound question, he's also asking whether the school having acquired computers, when electricity will be supplied at this school. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, allow me to thank the Honourable Member of Parliament for Karonga Rufilia for his question. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, our ministry places priority in the provision of adequate teaching and learning materials. Under the National Education Sector Investment Plan, my ministry is addressing these issues in order to increase equitable access to quality education across the country. To achieve this priority objective, the ministry is implementing a number of initiatives, including infrastructure development and the provision of teaching and learning materials. Mr. First Speaker, sir, Wilori Community National School is one of the schools that has benefited from such initiatives, although the equity with quality and learning at secondary project, which is called EQUALS, has also ensured that this school has twin classroom blocks, a twin science laboratory, ICT and library block, and some latrine. So this school has been expanded. Mr. Speaker, sir, the scope of works under the Equals project provides for the finishing of the infrastructures that have been mentioned above. As we speak, the science, chemicals, and equipment have already been procured and are awaiting delivery at this school. Let me inform the August House that through the project, my ministry has already provided 40 computers, one interactive television, a starter pack of science textbooks, and 11 kilowatts solar unit meant for the ICT library block. Currently, only 15% of the power generated is being used. It means that there's extra power that can be used for the rest of the school. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me agree with the honorable member on the need for mattresses and beds for the girls' hostels at the school. The 60-bed capacity hostel was constructed with support from Solon Foundation, and the students started using it in January this year, despite having no mattresses or beds. May I therefore assure the honorable member that we will work in collaboration with the council to ensure that the hostel has beds and mattresses to the requisite standard of a secondary school. Let me help Honorable First Deputy Speaker in expanding on the supplementary question. If the honorable member was listening to me, I said we'll make a decision after consulting the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Local Government, which means that we will not make a decision unilaterally. The Ministry of Local Government will be part of the decision. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. I now recognize the following honorable members for supplementary questions. Cholo Masambanjati, Chikwawa Central West, Zomba City North for supplementary questions. Apologies, I've just seen the owner of the question coming online. So let's start with the owner of the question for a supplementary question. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker. Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, I just want to thank the President, Right Honorable Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, for sending the Deputy Minister of Education to acknowledge all the problems that we already see DSS. So with that response from the Minister of Education, I'm sure that we already see DSS will be really helped. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you very much.